Trade rumors, trade rumors. You can never get away from them, really. And the main culprit of causing these is Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report. I'm pretty sure they just smoke a few blunts, have a few drinks, and eventually they come up with a few trade rumors. So let's look at a few ones for the current culprit, Russell Westbrook. So as many of us know, our phones were blowing up this morning with rumors that Russell Westbrook wants out of Houston. So of course, 2 seconds later, Bleacher Report starts posting mock trades. So of course we had to take a look at them, and they posted 3. 2 of which are god-awful, and they're the ones we're going to be covering in this video. And the other one is mediocre at best. I can see it happening, but it's very unlikely. So we'll get into the really bad ones first. Trade number 1 involves Russell Westbrook going to the Knicks for Wayne Ellington, Bobby Portis, Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, and a 2021 second-round pick. I cannot believe those words came out of my mouth for a former MVP to be traded for garbage and Frank Ntilikina. Personally, I do not see the Rockets doing anything near this without the 8th overall pick being involved, because Wayne Ellington, Frank Ntilikina, Bobby Portis, Kevin Knox, and the second-round pick is not going to do it. There has to be Mitchell Robinson, one of those guys, any one of those guys, maybe even RJ Barrett, and the 8th overall pick for Russell Westbrook. Any other way, I cannot see anything near this happening. This is completely ridiculous. Trade number 2 involves sending Russell Westbrook and a 2021 second round pick to the Clippers for Pat Bev, Lou Will, I can't pronounce it, bro, Rodney Magruder, and Mifael Kabangalang. I don't know if Bleacher Report remembers, but 2 years ago, Russell Westbrook and Paul George were teammates, and yeah, we saw how that turned out in the playoffs. Now, the Clippers organization does not want to admit it, but as casual fans, we all know that the Clippers situation right now is championship or bust. And adding Russell Westbrook and Paul George to a roster containing no championship experience prior to that is not going to get you anywhere near the NBA Finals, let alone a championship. And they're also trading away all of their young assets and Lou Will, which is a veteran presence, for Russell Westbrook, who's going to have maybe 3 good years left to him. So what happens after that? There's literally nothing. The Clippers are just going to be garbage, and those picks they gave OKC a couple years back for Paul George are going to become insanely valuable, so they're causing their team's downfall and OKC to become a dynasty. This is an awful trade for the Clippers' part, and is completely unrealistic because any competent GM would not do this. But they're the Clippers, and they're known for making some really smart decisions, especially in the front office. Obviously, that's satire as hell, but anyways, on to the last trade we're going to be talking about in this video. If you remember me mentioning it in the opening scene, that it's alright, it's not the greatest, it's unlikely to happen, but we'll get into it anyways. And the final trade of this video is Russell Westbrook and a second for Blake Griffin. And I can see this happening. It's unlikely. If the Rockets want to move away from the small ball era and sign Blake Griffin, I think this is great for them. Blake Griffin, if he comes back good, is a perfect trade for them. Although it's very unlikely. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, but I don't see this happening. It's an alright trade. I think the Pistons and Rockets should swap picks because both of them are going to be in interesting situations, especially going into next year, so it'd make things a little bit interesting at least. But that's really all I have for this video. You guys want to like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.